Alrighty guys, in today's video of FlexiSTARTER, we're going to be looking at how to snap objects and shapes to your grid. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we have daily updates. But otherwise, we're back in the program here. Now, just a reminder, this is a mini series on snapping objects, and we've already looked at snap to point, snap to guides, and today we're going to be looking at snapping to the grid. Now yeah, this is a nice way also if you want to keep a overall consistency throughout your design. Then you can set up your grid to a certain scale and then use your design in those limitations or design requirements. So now to locate snapping, if we head here to view, we navigate down to snap, you will see we have all the options here. But what I like to do is I like to click this little snap toolbar, and then I reassign it here onto my actual top part of my UI here. And also just keeping in mind, if something has a blue little block like that means it is enabled. If you click it again, it will disable it. This way we can see none of our snapping is enabled. So now let's first navigate quickly snap to grid. If you just hover over these icons, I'll tell you the name. So there we've got snap to grid. And then unlike snap to guides, even if a grid is this you cannot see it, it still snaps to it, as we can see there. So now if we go here on that same toolbar, we go to the far right, and we've got here show grid. So if we click that, we can see our grid size. Now obviously if you wanted custom size or custom size grid for design reasons, you must be able to set that up. So in order to do that, we'll navigate here to our guide rulers, and then you've got those two little arrows there. So if we double click that, it will bring up a toolbar where we can actually adjust our ruler and grid settings. Now you guys will see here under the right, under the two panels, we've got ruler and grid. So we're going to go to grid. Now here we've got our grid size, and then obviously if you've set your units under the ruler to something else, your grid will be also, so at the moment it's inches, you can set to centimeters or so forth. So let's say just for demonstration, we make this grid 1 inch each, and then as we can see here now our grid is actually 1 inch. So now it will snap to those grids. So if we want to keep our design within that element, you can also, however, under the grid, you can see at the bottom we've got the same option as on top there, snap to grid, or you can go here, show grid as dots. So if we click that and we say okay, now our grid is way more subtle. It's not so obvious, but it's little dots. If I zoom in here, you might be able to see it. So you can see these little dots. But in general, I like to prefer, or should I say, I prefer to keep mine as just normal lines. It's a bit more readable. And then yeah, so then you can obviously now use your design according to this. You can now create new shapes, and keep in mind it does work with circles and so forth, or rectangle, ovals and circles. Will also snap them. And you can simply just hit that little button on top there, and then it will no longer snap it to the grid. So if you have to make freehand changes. Otherwise, yeah, that is it on snapping to the grid. Also a very great feature when it comes to strict design requirements. And then next up, we will be looking at snap to intersection, and then make more sense of that. Otherwise, we head here to softwaretraining.co.za. You guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and also you can isolate your search here on the top right. If you do not, however, find what you're looking for, you can always go here, request a training video, then yeah, we'll make that video for you. Otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.